Women, what do you find most confusing about men? Their refusal to see a doctor. Even if they have the means. Your leg has fallen off. 'Tis but a scratch. I know my GF is mind baffled by this. But when she is pissed and having a terrible day, she wants me to distract her and talk to her and be there for her. When I'm mad and or upset, I like to be alone and distracted. I don't want to talk about it because it reminds me of the issue and I can't move on from it. I just want to play basketball or video games. I want to be left alone. Why men rarely ask for further detail. Husband and friend make plans to have a games night. Starting 5 PM at friend's place. That's all the info covered. Should we bring any games? It is at dinner time. Are we eating there? Are we meant to bring food? How many people are we feeding? Who is going to be there? Nothing. He knows nothing. I'll use my wife's shampoo sometimes just because the smell reminds me of her. And that makes me happy. I haven't noticed this with girls, but I have noticed that my husband will just like stare out into space with severe concentration and I'll be like, what's wrong babe? And he will say something like, if all of our pets attacked me at once, do you think I could fight them off? Full stop. I've seen other guys do this too. It's just so fascinating. We have a medium pit mix. A small chihuahua mix. 2 ferrets and a hamster. So the answer was probably yes. Mayo. What always confused me about my fiancé registered sign is how he doesn't know anything about his family or friends. I asked him why his parents moved to our city we lived in now. It's a small town, so I'm always curious how people end up here. And he's like, I don't know. So I went and asked his mom what brought them here, and she went into this whole thing about how when they got out of the Navy, Mike, fiancé registered sign dad, got an opportunity to be a partner in a company down here. My fiancé registered sign sat there, slack jaw, and said, I just thought dad worked for that company. I didn't know he was part owner. We have had several of these types of moments in the past 6 years we've been today. It just amazes me he doesn't think to ask just basic questions. Hey, I don't want to nag, but can you take out of the trash? Him. Yep. Me. Because we intend to take out the trash eventually. But often procrastinate until we forget about the trash. In Dutch, guys call each other pik, which in English means dick. But they say it in a friendly way. Because they're mates. Why call each other dick? Why not? Australians call each other CNT. My wife says she never understood how my friend walks into the apartment and goes straight to the kitchen and grabs stuff to eat drink like it's his own home. On top of it, I don't give a f. She says she could never do with her girlfriends. While at the fridge, you got anything to drink eat? Don't know, check the fridge. How little they know about their friends. My husband was friends with a guy for years and didn't know how old he was. What is up with having friends that give you shitty and attitude and it's all good? It's like you all like to torment each other and laugh about it. Not all men, just the ones I know. Edit. Awesome responses. Ripping on each other is how our caveman brains are satisfied, since we can't just beat each other up to establish group hierarchy. How they absolutely refuse to ask for help. Pretty much the first rule of the standard male mindset is that we're native problem solvers. Present a challenge and it becomes a project. A man is not lost. He just hasn't solved the puzzle of how to get to his destination yet. If you come to us with a sob story looking for a sympathetic ear, please make sure you tell us that early on. Otherwise you'll hear, have you tried X? Maybe Y would help with that when you really just want, damn that sucks. Scrolls through channels on TV. Sees movie. Does not know when it started. Those handshakes you do. How do you coordinate it? A lifetime of practice. Apparently men can go into mental neutral and not think about anything. If this is true, how the FCK does that even work? Also, hands in pants when watching TV relaxing. Don't get it. Edit. This blew up. How do I clear my inbox? Why are guys so apprehensive about receiving gifts? Buddy, I found a cool pair of socks that looks like a shark is eating your foot. And I paid next to nothing for it. Why do you have to act like you now have to pay for my college tuition? Can I not just gift guys things for fun? When you guys wear skinny jeans, where TF does your dick go? Like, not sexually but as a concerned person. Does that get tucked or something? Wouldn't that hurt when you take off your jeans at the end of the day? Edit. I now know why people say RIP to their inbox. Damn. Also, I do know guys who wear skinny jeans. They're a lot better in retail warehousing where I used to work than those annoying dress pants. Depends on the guy. Most guys just have it kinda scrunched up on one side. But it's difficult to tell since skinny jeans have a surprising amount of crotch space. Flaccid penises are really flexible. They can get into all sort of crazy positions without any harm. Just scrunching up while putting on your pants is enough for most guys. The real issue is the testes. Can't have pressure on those or else it hurts. Skinny jeans leave room for testes, which in turn leaves plenty of room for the penis. He uses my expensive shampoo to wash his whole body when there is a bar of soap right there. Because if it's soapy and smells nice, it's good as soap. How I can tell my husband where something is. And he can look right at it and say, with certainty, it's not there. Edit. In order to calm at least one replier in this thread. Let me assure you that there is not a lot of ass sitting happening in this house. Get off your ass and help him. Ha ha ha. Nor is anyone here so overly stressed that they literally lose their eyesight. This is a pretty common occurrence. Evidently with scientific reasoning. Calm yourself. Our vision is motion based. That's why women have so many jiggly parts. A guy asked my friend for her number. He never called. Something similar happened to me. Why even bother getting someone's phone number? Edit. In my case, we texted and agreed to meet up on a certain day and grab drinks. Fast forward. On said day, a Friday, he all of a sudden texts me, saying that he has to work now because his colleague called in sick. He works in a bar. He tells me he's going to message me on Monday so we could set something up again, but he never did. I'm assuming he got nervous or met someone else. It's easier to take the victory of getting a number than the failure of rejection. He's sobered up. What's the deal with guys not wanting to use lotion or chapstick? Every guy I've dated thus far has denied my offer for lotion or chapstick when they complain about having chapped lips and dry skin. Edit. I absolutely hate the greasy feeling of that stuff. Advice for girls. If you find something confusing, ask them. Whether he's a coworker, friend, or more importantly, boyfriend. Guys don't mind explaining why they did things. We have a reason. It may be a dumb reason, but it's dictated by a train of thought. We also prefer girls to be direct rather than cloak and dagger. The more we know about each other, the easier things are. Likewise, if a guy asks you why you did something, we're always interested in brushing up on any sort of girl logic at any given opportunity. Shaves, did you clean the sink? Yep. Looks in sync, what the fuck. Edit. Definitely not just guys. But it was a male specific question. Not a woman, but I can't understand why so many men don't wear sunscreen. Stop trying to throw hands with the sun. You're not going to win. Even when though men can take a leak without sitting on the toilet, how can they aim with a flaccid penis? Or is it flaccid? A flaccid penis is flexible and it bends. You just bend it to where you want to aim. A hard penis on the other hand is stiff, and if you bend it you cut off the stream. Yes. A flaccid penis is generally shorter than a hard penis, but not so short that it causes an issue. Unless you're OP. Literally a lifetime of practice. Also, if it's not flaccid, there are 3 things that can happen. 1. Everything proceeds as normal. No mess. 2. The stream shoots out at nearly a 45-degree angle and you make a small mess until you adjust. 3. You get the old fork in the road and coat the walls and floor. Whether or not they're into a woman, Swear to God one day they can display evidence of attraction, then the next it's like a switch went off and they want nothing to do with you. I've realized over the years sometimes it's just a bad day for them and not about me at all. However, I still can't read them, lol. Edit. Why they hide the fact that they are obsessed with hugs and other platonic forms of physical affection. Edit. To all the women out there, try to give your guy friends an occasional pat on the back or ask them if they want a hug from time to time. I had a friend who really appreciated it. Why some of the guys I know turn in completely different people when around their friends. Surprised no woman has asked us about the enjoyment of smelling our fingers after the ball sack scratch. Male mods are removing the comments. We can't let our secret be known. A bunch of BuzzFeed and HuffPo journalists get canned. And then we get a bunch of these threads asking questions like this. Why do you think poking us with your hard-on will turn us on and make us want to have sex with you? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's polite to knock the door. A lot of these I'm seeing are either gender-neutral attributes or of only the stereotypical guy. How can you simultaneously be heavily invested in getting laid and eager to deride women who enjoy sex as SLTS? Seems like you really ought to be celebrating the female sex drive. Edit. Guys, I know that you hear women say this about other women. I don't doubt that they do. But I am a woman who is actually on the receiving end of these comments. And that has not been my experience. I am not trying to make a broad claim on which gender holds the monopoly on TTY behavior. And I am not trying to vilify you personally. I'm telling you what I've experienced. Which is, mostly, men calling me a SLT. That's what confuses me. This is an attitude often attributed to men, but I've only really ever heard women express it about other women. That herd mentality when they're with their friends. For instance, when one starts to act like an asshole or say something immature and it spreads through the group. Do you just disable the sensibility button in your brains? Women do this too. You ever seen a group of girls drinking before? The I'll leave you on read, but when you do it you're mad at him. That's a huge red flag. 2. Both genders are equally guilty of this. So I'll answer as a person, not as a man. Sometimes I get your message while I'm in the middle of something else. You're not entitled to an immediate response. Sometimes your message calls for a more elaborate response than I can type in the grocery store. Based on my dating experience and my guy friends, I feel like guys don't typically wear lip chaps, lip balms when they are single. Why wouldn't you want nice non-chapped lips on a regular basis? Same thing with skincare moisturizer. I know a lot of guys have moisturizer at home, but why not use it regularly? TLDR. I'm confused by single guys walking around with dry lips and dry skin. I don't like creamy oily stuff anywhere on me, to be honest. It's like the fat on your hands when you just ate a burger. Why are so many of you so into cars? I just don't get it. You don't need to go 0 to 100 in 3 seconds when you live in the suburbs. Actually, no one who isn't a race driver needs to go that fast. Also kinda odd how you can be in the middle of a conversation and get distracted like yeah. Work was okay and I had this really big OMG look a Lamborghini presentation, but I think it went okay. Edit. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just that the fascination confuses me. Which is what the question was about. It's a huge metal box that travels faster than we are biologically capable. And it's powered by explosions. How can you not enjoy cars? Why do you ask me where something is before first looking yourself? My wife has a knack for moving things without telling me. Because we know where we left it. If it's not there, someone move it. So we ask that someone where they moved it. Why don't they share their feelings? Damn. 1. As others have said, we straight up were raised not to. It's a moronically stupid societal rule that guys shouldn't have, or at least refrain from sharing, their feelings. But unfortunately it's how most of us were taught to be. 2. Because FCK. I'm trying to figure out my feelings in the first place. Do I like this thing? IDK maybe? I liked it 3 minutes ago but now I'm not sure. Yeah, nah, it's definitely disgusting. Welp, an hour has passed and now I like it again. God damn it. 3. I've finally figured it out but I don't know if you want to know. Is what I feel stupid? Is it shared? Is it somehow inappropriate? Am I even going to feel this way 20 minutes or 2 days from now? Maybe it's because every time we do, they don't care. Don't expect oh I'm just a bit of a sad boy. Expect I have crippling anxiety depression, my father beat me to make me masculine and I think both my parents are disappointed in me. And you are the only thing holding me together. Reading a lot of these I'm starting to think I'm a chick and my GF is a dude IA. The double standard on farting. You rip toots all day long. Then I'll let one slip and you look at me like I'm some barn animal. FCK. We give our male buddies the same reaction when they fart near us. Guys expect guys to fart. Hearing a girl do it is hilarious. Also, no matter how inappropriate or ill-timed, the sound of a fart is never not funny. Finally, research shows that women's farts have a higher concentration of sulfides than men, which means they stink more. How insults can actually be jokes and why sports are so fascinating. The insults as jokes means that the guys have an understanding with each other. One time my schoolmate and I always said, "Dark boy," because I was one of the few darker skinned people at school. We both know it's joke and laugh for a few seconds. Why they persist once you say you aren't interested or are married. I make a point of showing my wedding ring. Edit. Some completely random guy called my wife on Facebook trying to hit on her. Her profile picture is me dip kissing her at our wedding. When they make their partner the butt of a joke. If you think she's a bitch or crazy, break up with her maybe, instead of degrading her to your friends. This isn't limited to men. It's limited to TTY people. Why does it take you so long to poop? Do you not have enough fiber in your diet? Are man poops unfathomably large to a woman and just take so much effort to pass? Maybe you're just sitting there playing on your phone? Most men I've met spend at least half an hour each time pooping. If a woman spent a half an hour on the toilet, be worried she passed out in there or something. Maybe you're just sitting there playing on your phone? Because it's another world. You get to be alone. No one telling you to do things or asking you questions. It's our safe space. Close bracket. Edit. How the balls is this my most upvoted comment? The way you totally geek out about something when you like it. Like when you like a band. A girl usually knows the band, which kind of music they play, and which songs she like. A guy, when he likes a band, he knows every band member's full name, their life story, how long it took them to learn their instruments, their childhood trauma, where they were when they made this and that song, why they chose their band name, etc. Not saying no girls do this, or all guys, but it's like most guys totally geek out when they find something they like. I think it's awesome that you do. Edit. The band here is just a general example of men geeking out, as this is what I have seen most often. Can be anything that one find interesting. Why they always want to know your SZOL fantasies. I'm pretty open with my SZOL partners, and when I want to try something I just do. But every guy I've dated has asked me that one. Edit. Conversations about SZOL preferences and kinks happen prior to this. I'm talking specifically about men thinking we have some bottled up fantasies we repress. Because that's how we work. We want to please you. If your friend needs to move, you offer your help. You don't wait for him to ask. Right? Same deal. Also because we want to know from early on if you're weird. Some either really like or really hate weird. Warning. Yay, more women, what's wrong with men? And men, what's wrong with women? Threads to make sure men and women keep recognizing the perceived worst in each other. Thanks for doing your part in being divisive. How they can think about nothing. Brian thinks of 5 million things 24/7 and I wish I knew the secret to turning it off. Nothing is often code for I don't want to tell you that I was thinking about how many chickens I could take in a fist fight because that would sound really stupid.